Okay, Mitsubishi Outlander rear diff pinion seal replacement. So you pull the drive shaft off and you end up with a flange like that. We're just looking at whether we need to take this housing off, a little cover there, 10mm bolt just up in here, just to loosen that off. Yep, we'll just find out what we need to do to replace this pinion seal. So at the moment I've just sort of spun this out of the way. There's actually a little breather hose on top that you need to take off, and you need to undo that plug as well to free that up so we can get it right off. But at the moment I've just moved it over there, so obviously 4 bolts around it. I just dropped these 2 rear mount bolts down, just lowered them a bit just to get a bit easier access to the bolts around the outside. Okay, so in here you get this thrust washer, and then in behind that is your diff pinion seal. So this seal should keep oil out of this housing altogether. It should be sealed on this shaft here, but we had oil leaking out of the edge of this housing as well as the front of this housing where you would normally see a pinion seal leak. But yeah, there shouldn't be any oil getting in here at all. Okay, so we've just flicked that seal out. Just use a bar just to look underneath the edge of it, flick it out. Got a new one to go in. Recommend using genuine parts for a job like this. So we're just going to basically push that back in. I'd like to get a bearing shell that's the same size just to help tap it into place. But yeah, assuming if you're doing this job, you're probably a mechanic and know what you're doing a little bit. So we're just going to put our new seal in now and reassemble. Okay, seal is in, all nice and flush around the edge. This one, being genuine, comes pre-greased. If you didn't have grease in there, you'd want a bit of rubber grease. We've got our electromagnetic clutch housing there. That is just draining because it's obviously had oil in it that it shouldn't, and you need to put this thrust washer back in. Don't forget this thrust washer. Okay, and then we're also going to seal this housing more for the purposes of keeping water out. There shouldn't be oil getting into this housing, but we want to keep water out and away from this electromagnetic part of this clutch setup here. Okay, so this housing is all bolted back on, breather pipe back on up here, plug plugged in with the cover on, slots it to that groove there, and then the 10mm bolt up there. Just remember, as you're putting this on, you've got that shaft essentially going through the seal itself, so you want to make sure it goes in nice and straight. You'll be pulling a bit against that thrust washer as well at the end there, so you just want to make sure you're tightening these up by hand and doing them evenly, so you can pull it in nice and straight. You're not going to damage that new seal that you just done. Now it's just drive shaft on, tighten up our mount bolts here, and then because we've drained the diff oil as well, of course, new diff oil in, and then it'll be set to go. So we've got our mount bolts done back up, our drive shaft is back on. Remember your hanger, if you've undone that, you don't actually need to. You can get this off, especially once you lower these mounts down. You can get the drive shaft off without having to undo the hanger. Refilled with oil. Limited slip 80W90 is what this particular diff took, but make sure you look up your listing. So that is rear diff pinion seal replacement for a Mitsubishi Outlander. Okay, this is a 2011 model with this electromagnetic clutch system on the front of the diff. Okay, so that is how you replace your rear diff pinion seal for a Mitsubishi Outlander 2011. But yeah, it'll cover more years than that, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, probably right through 16, 17, just if it's got this housing.
Okay, I hope that has helped you out today. Don't forget to click the like button and also click the subscribe while you're there. We've got a bunch of diagnostic solutions and tips and tricks for professional mechanics like ourselves, and also for the serious DIYers at home. So click that subscribe and the bell so you get notified, and we will see you in the next video.